Hello and welcome to the late night news on Ndtv-Hindu. I'm Ramanathan. News and updates ahead, but first let's have a look at what's making headlines tonight. A car falls off a partially constructed bridge in Pallavaram, driver grievously injured.
Bridge மேலந்து வண்டி வந்து சத்தம் கேட்டது. திரும்பி பார்த்தேன் வண்டி ட்ராக் மேல இருந்தது.
And the driver of the car which mowed down 8 two-wheelers last night has been nabbed. At least 3 murders in the last 3 days in the city. Is Chennai the new hotbed of crime? Ndtv-Hindu's surprise inspection reveals a raw deal the differently able get on Indian trains. Raja returns home after winning the prestigious Padma Bhushan award to rising reception.
And
wedding bells ring for Kollywood star Ramba. She got married in Tirupati today. And Tiger Woods all set to return to golf tomorrow. The world can't wait to see how he swings his club this time around. Well, in an accident this morning, a Scorpio fell from a partially constructed bridge in Pallavaram. The railway overbridge was under construction from both ends, but the middle portion was yet to be completed. The vehicle tried taking the bridge and fell in the crossing. The accident took place at around 11 this morning near the NC24 level crossing of the Pallavaram railway station. The victim, 30-year-old Divakar, was unaware of the incomplete flyover and fell off the bridge to the nearby railway track. Tambaram fire workers rushed to the spot immediately and the railway authorities have now restored the services on the line. The victim has been admitted in a private hospital in Pallikarnai and is being treated for injuries. There were no signboard or barricades to indicate that the bridge was not ready for use, but after the accident, the police were quick to place barricades at the entrance of the flyover.
Board block miscreants remove negligence. Railway obsession movement and the case registered.
Bridge மேலந்து வண்டி வந்து சத்தம் கேட்டது. திரும்பி பார்த்தேன் வண்டி ட்ராக் மேல இருந்தது. உடனே லிவரை ஃபுட் பேக் பண்ணிட்டு ஸ்டேஷன் மாஸ்டருக்கு சொன்னேன் எந்த வண்டியும் வாங்க கூடாது. எந்த லைன்ல வண்டி வாங்க கூடாது அப்படினு சொன்னேன். உடனே வண்டி வாங்கல. அதனால வண்டி எதுவும் வாங்க முடியல. அதனால நிறுத்திட்டாரு. உடனே போலீஸ்க்கு இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி வந்து கிளியர் பண்ணாங்க.
Now, in a major accident that took place near Vivekananda Illam on Kamaraj Salai on Wednesday night, the police have nabbed the suspect. He was reportedly driving a Scorpio which hit 8 two-wheelers last night. The car was on the wrong direction of the road, which was the cause of the accident. No casualties were reported and the injured were taken to the general hospital. The driver of the Scorpio had earlier fled the scene. The police are planning to book him under 4 cases now. Now, is Chennai emerging as the new crime hotbed after 2 women were found murdered in separate incidents in the past 2 days? A man was found murdered in Nungambakam this morning. The police say a drunken brawl between the deceased Tangaya and his colleague Shiva at an old iron store is the cause of the crime. Tangaya was attacked and an iron rod and succumbed to his injuries, after which Shiva dumped the body in a nearby dustbin. Shiva, however, was unable to walk further and collapsed on the spot, and this morning, during a routine patrol, the police found the body and the accused lying nearby. A murder case has been registered. The 7 people, including the prime accused Meenakshi Sundaram and Sanjay Kumar, arrested in connection with the expired and spurious drug case, are now facing CBCID's interrogation. They will be under the CBCID's custody for 2 more days. Meanwhile, another accused, Suresh Babu of Saukarpet, was detained by the CBCID for having prepared bogus seals to facilitate the selling of expired and spurious drugs as genuine drugs. Incriminating materials were also seized from him. Further investigation is underway. Meanwhile, the CBCID are currently conducting raids across the state. For more on that, we are now joined by our reporter Salim. Salim, what more details do you have about the raids which are being conducted right now?
Ram, these raids are the outcome of the investigation which the CBCID conducted with these 7 accused, and especially the 2 main accused, Meenakshi Sundaram and the one more. They confessed that they have stocked spurious drugs in a godown in Egmore, and following that, the CBCID carried out a raid in the godown in Egmore. The raid lasted for 4 hours, that is from 5:30 till 9:30. 18-member team was actually involved in this raid, and sources from the CBCID say that the spurious drugs seized may cost about 2 crore rupees, and also simultaneous raids were conducted in Chulai. They have seized many documents related to this spurious drugs and the other drugs as well. So basically, sources from the CBCID say that they are going to come down very hard on the people who stock and sell expired drugs. The case was transferred from the city police to the CBCID last week. Ram?
Right, Salim, thanks a lot for joining us with all those latest details and updates. We will, of course, get back to you as more details emerge in that case. Now, moving on, in every train, there are 8 seats reserved for disabled people. The number of physically challenged, however, who travel is much more. But still, many important trains, the disabled fail to get the seats meant for them because no one makes sure they get what is essentially theirs.
Disabled people usually end up getting a raw deal on trains. Here's a proof of what they have to go through. Look at this. This is the Hyderabad-bound Pinakini Express, and scrambling into the compartment for specially challenged are normal people, just looking out to beat the holiday rush. And when the policeman does come calling, they have a special trick up their sleeve. But no sooner than the policeman shoos some people away, they come walking back again. Even as some disabled people, like those in this train to Arakonam, fail to grab a seat. They rush to catch a bus or are forced to look for a train where they can get a seat somehow. Seems the world's 4th largest railways is not so large for the disabled. With Manoj, this is Sai Manish for Ndtv-Hindu.
In other news, the first bench of Madras High Court, comprising Chief Justice H.L. Gokhale and Judge Dhanapalan, ordered notices to Tamil Nadu government to put up display boards and Tasmac liquor bars against drunken driving. The judges announced that while hearing a public interest litigation by Mr. Narayanan, which wanted the government to restrain drunken driving. The petitioner pointed out that road accidents have jumped by 67% in Tamil Nadu during the last 4 years and claimed that 60 to 90% of the road accidents are caused due to drunken driving. The judges have asked the government to reply by 2 weeks on putting up the display boards in over 6,000 bars across the state, including private ones. Now, the AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha today said she would lead the party's protest against frequent power cuts at Neyveli on April 18th.